applying sustained and relenting pressure on the Libyan armed forces. Their air force no longer exists as a fighting force, and its integrated air defence system and command and control networks are severely degraded to the point that we can operate over his airspace with impunity. As we continue to enforce the no-fly zone, we are watching over the innocent people of Libya and ensuring that we protect them from attack. We have the Libyan ground forces under constant observation, and we attack them whenever they threaten or attack civilians or population centres.
Rear Admiral Gerard Huber, who is Deputy Chief of Staff for the US Naval Forces in Europe, has given more details about the air operation from the USS Mount Whitney in the Mediterranean.
Our coalition air forces are indeed making a significant and vital contribution to this mission. I cannot underestimate the impact or overstate that impact they continue to make in efforts to protect the Libyan people. Libyan air forces have been interdicted and attrited. Those aircraft have either been destroyed or rendered inoperable. We have no confirmed flight activity by regime air forces over the past 24 hours.
US Naval Forces there confirming the British RAF saying that all Libyan Air Force operations, including air defences, are now not operating.
The sailors and marines of the USS Bataan are lined up ready to leave for the Mediterranean, and on this ship just opposite, their relatives are gathered to say goodbye to them. Talking to the people just before they embarked and got on board the ship, they're really pretty surprised to be going, not necessarily about the mission, but just the speed of which they were going. They just weren't expecting it. Now the Bataan is an assault ship. On board there's 900 marines, 26 aircraft, most of them helicopters, and a 600-bed hospital with all the medics and surgeons that implies. So it's a jack of all trades, prepared for anything. And that's a pretty good thing, because nobody really seems to know what the mission is. I've spoken to the commanders. They can't tell me. They say that they won't really know until they actually get to the Mediterranean. And above all, the colonel who's in charge of the Marines, I asked him, well, the President and the UN resolution says no boots on the ground. That's absolutely certain when it comes to Libya. So what are his men and women going to do? And he couldn't say. He just said, well, I don't set policy. I do what I'm told. Now, that's not to indicate there's any sense of muddle or there's anything wrong about this, but it does really show that in Libya, nobody knows what the end game is going to look like. Nobody knows exactly how the mission will evolve.